Welcome. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Daily Vibration. Today is February 15th, 2020, and we are vibrating under number 3 today. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time out to click on these videos and to kind of take some vitamins this morning of inspiration and just, tap into collectively where the energy is popping off today. Anything that you need to know about me will be located in the description box below if you're tuning in via YouTube, so you can check that out. If you are tuning in via my podcast, you guys can email me for the monthly specials. But the one thing I do want you guys to know is about the new moon meditation that's coming up on February 23rd. Okay, that's going to be at 5:30 p.m. and it is a donation of $20. Okay. This is way for us to release a lot of heavy energy and to set intentions. I do some Reiki energy healing in these meditation sessions. So if you're interested, you guys can definitely shoot me an email, okay? Or you can make your donation, making sure that your email address is included so you can get the private link, all right? Make sure you guys also set your notification button so when I do jump on live, you guys can join me, okay, on YouTube. Now, my podcast listeners, I will make sure to give all of the donation information and my email address at the end of the segment. All right. So today we're vibrating under number 3. And if any one of you have been watching my videos for a while now, you know that we start off these daily vibrations talking about your intuition. Okay. So y'all know how we do. We talk about your intuition is important, and we talk about why your intuition is important, right? Your intuition or your intuitive nature taps into your most inner core. It taps into your Akashic field and your Akashic records. And the more that you can silence all of the chatter or the noise or the demands or, limitations that you have from everything else that's going on outside, the more you can find yourself to be a little bit more centered, maybe not so anxious, maybe not so nervous, maybe not so angry, maybe not so frustrated. You can find yourself just sitting in a place of peace that really does surpass all understanding. You may not know what you're going to do or how you're going to do it or how it's going to get done, but there is still this peace that surpasses all understanding when you allow your intuitive nature to guide you. It really will place you in a place of peace, right? If you allow it to do so. And we talk about on this channel that your intuition is also linked to opportunities, right? So tapping into your intuition is also a way for you to tap into all of the limitless opportunities that's available to you on an individual basis, okay? Now, I also want you guys to know, okay, we do have clairvoyance and high psychic ability in the atmosphere today. So this, if there's any day that you may have had any doubt, right, as far as your intuition is concerned, today may be the day that you definitely want to pay attention to your gut. My little niecey Pooh like to say, my I like to pay. She likes to tell us that she pays attention to her gut. As a matter of fact, she came home from school at the end of the school week. I believe it was, when was the last day of school? Thursday. And when you asked her why she got maybe an orange, I think she got on her report, her daily report, she said her gut was sleeping. So she was not able to pay attention to her gut that day because her gut was sleeping. All right, so I'm telling you today that your gut is not sleeping, so you need to pay attention to your gut today as you're moving through this energy, okay, my loves? So today we're vibrating on the number 3. Now, energy is fluid, okay? So whenever you click on this video, if it resonates, you take what you need and you leave what you do not. Whenever you click on this podcast, it is the same, okay? This is all about energy being fluid, all right? Now, one of the things also about 6-year-olds, because my niecey Pooh, she's 6, you guys can literally, and this is what they don't tell you, right? What they don't tell you when they send little kids home with homework, that it's not the child having homework, it's like really the parent having homework. And I haven't done that for a while, so I've been helping out with my little niecey Pooh, and I now have a cold. So excuse the scratchiness of the throat. It's been a few days now. My head has been pounding. all of yesterday, and it's actually pounding now. I am going to wrap this video up, and then I think I'm going to go lie down. So I definitely want you guys to just be mindful of the energy that's in the ear today. Okay. Today we're vibrating on the number 3. Valentine's Day was just yesterday. The number 3 also vibrates on the ascending masters number. Okay. So that's like very high energy. So we're talking about the Buddhists, the Christian, the Krishnas. We're talking about Jesus energy, the Christ-like energy. All right. So we're tapping into higher angles or higher angels of light, and information coming in. We just wrapped up the full moon meditation actually on Sunday the 9th, right? There's been some downloads coming in. I've been doing some silent, like turning off the TV, just silent. I've just been listening, and some things have been coming in. So the more they sit in my spirit and it's time for me to share, I will share with you guys. But I want you to keep in mind that the number 3 is all about manifestation, okay? Intuitive energies in the atmosphere today. Optimism is also in the atmosphere today. Joy is in the atmosphere today. Love and fun and even pleasure is in the atmosphere today. And we're just coming out of Valentine's Day. And it is Valentine's weekend. So some people may be extending that energy all throughout the weekend, okay? Self-expression is going to be key today. You can find a lot of youthful energy in the atmosphere today. And like I said a few minutes ago, clairvoyance and your psychic ability, aka intuitive energy, is going to be on point today. On the lower vibrational end of things today, pay attention to the indifference in the atmosphere today, so you can find that you may have some type of confusion around others today. Mercury is about to go into retrograde. I think either the 16th or the 17th. So that's definitely within the next 2 or 3 days. And if you're super sensitive like I am, you've been feeling that energy now for about 2 weeks. Okay. So indifference is in the atmosphere, but we also have that retrograde energy in the atmosphere. Be mindful that retrograde energy can bring circle backs. Okay. And I think in a few videos back, I talked about maybe feeling people energetically pulling on you. So you guys can check out that video. I don't remember what day. I think it was one day last week. You can literally feel people pulling on you, okay? So I want you guys to just be mindful of that. Retrograde energy is here. It's a time for you to maybe go in and reflect, okay? It's a time for you to go in and reset. It's a time for you to go in and to recenter yourself. So the planets going into retrograde is really an opportunity for you, my dear, to slow down and communicate within, all right? Not so much communicate externally, but communicate within. And this is why you can find that external communication can be a little bit blotched doing retrograde season, Mercury retrograde season, okay? So just be mindful of that as we're moving through this energy, all right? So there's indifference energy in the air, especially that we have communication being a little wonky with the retrograde energy, confusion in the air, lack of concentration and lack of focus could be going on also today. You could have mood swings also in the atmosphere today, so you just want to be mindful of that, okay? Don't take things so personal today, okay? That's going to be very important for you to remember that, not to take things so personally, okay? Now, you do, my loves, have an opportunity, as always, to look on the brighter side of things today, because we do have a lot of optimism in the atmosphere. And I'm going to soak that up because we have the sun shining today. We've been having days, like maybe 4-day stretch of like really bad weather. So for the past 2 days, the sun has been shining, and I have not necessarily been feeling 100% of myself, but I think if I do feel a little better later on, I'm going to go out and enjoy some sun, okay? So a topic for today that we definitely want to, just I want to tap into, because yesterday's video I went into a little bit about trauma, and I went into a little bit about victim mentality and why it was important for you to just pay attention to the signs, to make sure that you don't allow past hurts and past trauma and past wrongs that others have done to you to spill over right, my loves, into your new timeline, and to really not allow you to live the best life, or to live your fullest life in love. We cannot change what others have done to us, but we don't have to suffer because of someone else's fuckery, or someone else's lack of integrity that they've shown us, or someone else, even, like their treacherous, debaucherous nature that they've exhibited towards us. We can really heal our traumas, and we can definitely gain the healing that we need on an individual level. I am not saying that it's easy. What I am saying is that you can definitely take the time out to do what's best for yourself. And do the self-love and self-healing that you need, okay? Personally speaking, there's sections of my life that I can't remember. There's a big chunk of my life that I can't remember. And I remember my girlfriend, my best friend Danielle, we've been friends now for over 20 years. And I remember, because she studies psychology, has a master in psychology. And I remember her telling me back in her 20s, that I could not have, because at one point, when you can't remember a nice chunk of your childhood, when you have gone through traumatic events, okay? You start to question a lot of things about yourself, especially when when you confess and confront people about things. You know what I'm saying? And they say it's not true. That you're the child in the situation. So one of the things that she explained to me is, when you're going through traumatic events and there's a big chunk of your life that you can't remember, it's for a purpose. You've locked something traumatic and very painful and hurtful away. Sometimes we, even in this healing energetic work, sometimes as I am working with clients to block chakras and to heal them, there are places where traumatic events can also become unblocked. And what do you do in an instance where you find that you've now like pulled off a bandage, something very painful that someone has kept buried, or didn't even know that it hurt as much as it did because they had it tucked away for a really long time. So I wanted to talk about today just three important steps that you will need to know to help you through healing any trauma in your life, because I spoke about some major traumas that had happened in my own personal life in yesterday's daily towards the end of the video. And I wanted to leave you guys with these tips today, because I don't think I included them yesterday in the video. So these are just going to be like 3 simple tips of how you can begin your healing, okay? And this is major trauma, this is breakup trauma, it doesn't matter. This is just how you can begin to do the healing that you need to come back to self, to center self, okay? So the first step would be, first of all, to be honest with yourself. You want to be honest with yourself about where you are, and you want to be honest with yourself about what you feel, okay? So this is not about labeling it good, bad, negative, positive. This is solely about you being in a place where you are able to be honest with yourself about where you are, right? And what you feel, okay? The next step is allow yourself to feel what you feel. This step is also super important. And the reason why this step is also super important is because sometimes we tell ourselves, okay, I can't allow that person to make me feel this way because it hurts too much, or I don't want to feel this because it hurts too much, and we either numb the pain, we either suppress the pain, we either choose not to deal with the pain, but before you can heal, you have to be honest with yourself, and then you have to allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling, and don't judge it. You don't judge it, but you allow yourself to feel it, okay? And then once you allow yourself to feel what you feel, you may definitely need to implement this one as you're going through that allowing and being honest with yourself. You may need to step out and seek the help that you need. And sometimes the help could be just, seeking relatives, seeking friends, having a support group, a support system, for those of you, because, hey, for those of you that are, more the religious aspect, and these videos are just for inspiration, you can find yourself going to your local church. Some of you may even need to seek out a therapist, a life coach, Some of you may, meditation. So whatever it is that you feel you may need to help you and aid you in your healing process, you need to be honest with yourself enough to allow yourself to feel what you feel and then seek the help that you need. Okay. So these are just 3 important steps to help get you along your path of healing. Okay. It's going to be very important, however, that you also give yourself the time that's necessary to heal, okay? Because some people think, depending on how traumatic things are, how hurt you were, it may take a little while for you to heal, okay? So don't rush the healing process. Allow that process to happen and to unfold naturally, okay? Now, today we're going to start off with my wonderful air signs. We're going to start with Aquarius because we're still in Aquarius season, and I am using my healing cards today by Patsy Bennett, if I'm not mistaken. I am pretty sure it's by Patsy Bennett. Oh no, I am lying. It is not by Patsy Bennett. I think this is not Patsy Bennett. This is Ina Siegel. Okay, is who I got my deck of cards from, and it's the Healing Yourself reading cards. I'm going to start off with Aquarius. Today, your card, my wonderful Aquarius, is Wild. And this card is saying that you need to step out of your box and maybe not be so routine today. Okay. Follow that divine spark within today to do something different. Okay. Libras, today your message is beauty. And I don't know why I feel like to tell you that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So however you perceive a thing, my wonderful Libras, is how a thing is going to unfold. Okay. Now, Geminis, you guys have discovered your life purpose today. Now, you definitely want to tap into your clairvoyance today, my wonderful Geminis, and allow your intuitive nature to take you where it needs to be today. Allow it to lead you, I want to say, to that store, to that person, to that, that email, to that whatever that is today. Allow your intuitive nature to take you there, okay? Water signs, starting off with my wonderful Pisces, you have courage popping up today as your message, okay? So whatever you're doing today, you definitely need to pay attention to courage. Mood swings may be an issue for some of you today, so you definitely want to tap into your courageous sides today, okay? Cancers, soulmate energy is popping up for you today. This is asking you to be able to allow the sacred power of love to come in, my love. Okay, allow the love to come in. Allow the sacred power of love to come in. All right. Okay, my wonderful, wonderful Scorpios. Today you have rejection. And y'all know how I feel about this card. You know that I feel rejection is protection, right? So just be mindful of that today, Scorpio. Sometimes we go through things and we don't understand that it's a setup for a highest good. Or if you feel like it's for your bad or your negative or your demise, then so it is, okay? Just know that. Okay, Earth signs, starting off with Capricorns. Today they're asking you to watch your pride as you are moving throughout your day. Okay, watch your pride today, Capricorns. That's your message, all right? Taurus, your message today is pay attention to the signs. Just remember, my wonderful Taurus, that the only person that you can really know, understand, and believe is yourself, okay? Not everybody operates with integrity, okay? But you can't take that shit personal. I'm just saying, Taurus, like seriously. And if you're the one operating in the fuckery today, just know that people around you will be paying attention to the signs today, Taurus, okay? Virgos, the message for you today is patience, my love, okay? So as you are moving throughout your day, you definitely want to exercise patience, not just with others, but also most importantly with yourselves, okay? Fire signs, starting off with Leos, you have procrastination. So you want to be mindful, my wonderful Leos, today, to not allow procrastination to get in the way of what needs to be done, all right? Okay, Taurus, you have the wonderful card that says letting go. Okay, don't take things so personal today and let things go today. Use your psychic and intuitive ability just to let things. I'm hearing that Jay-Z song, dust your shoulders off, so allow yourself to do that today. Okay. Aries, your card today, my wonderful Aries, is entrapment. And it is saying when this card pops up that you are definitely allowing your environment to dictate the outcome, okay? You are not your environment. You need to understand that the only time that you are trapped in a situation is if you allow yourself to mentally and spiritually and emotionally be there and be so, okay? First, what usually needs to happen is you first need to get a spark inside spiritually and work from the spiritual end. If you have not worked up the courage and the faith from within, it is always easy for you to go back and and do things that you necessarily don't want to do, but you feel like you can't overcome, or you feel like you can't accomplish, or that's the only thing you can accomplish. One step at a time, okay? And just know that you have the power, my wonderful Aries, not to be trapped in anything that you don't want to be, or in any place that you don't want to be. I'm not saying everything is perfect, guys, but I am saying if you take the time out to put in the work and the energy to yourself, okay, you can become a better person, and you can experience the things that you want. You can have the things in life that you want. I am not saying that it all going to be granted to you in one day, but what I am saying is that you have the opportunity to absolutely manifest a beautiful life and a beautiful experiences, regardless of all of the pain, the hurt, the betrayal, and the trauma that you've had to go through in an individual basis. I tell you that because I myself have had to walk through some really tough things. I myself have had to walk through some really painful things, and low key behind the scenes, even now, I'm going through some things that I don't really even talk about because it's still a process, but I am mastering those things, right? I just shared recently with the 13-week crew in one of our lives, some of the things that was going on behind the scenes. There is so much that happens privately, my wonderfuls, that you may not share with anyone that can be the biggest growth spurt in your own personal life. If you tap into your own healing by being honest with yourself, allowing yourself to really feel what you feel, but not judging it, right? Because you need to feel it so you can get past it, and then seeking out the help that you need. Friends, a therapist, a life coach, affirmations, meditation, whatever that is. Whatever you feel that you need to give yourself that support, that spiritual support, that emotional support. Give that to yourself first. Don't wait for someone else to hand that to you, okay? That's important. Sometimes, especially as mothers, and I, at this point, let me just say as parents, because I'm not a man, so I don't know emotionally how a man feels, but I do know sometimes even as men and as parents, you feel like you've given, and you can often feel depleted. So what I'm saying to you, and if you're not parents, you can do this in relationships where you give more of yourself than you get back. So what I'm asking you today is to become your own best friend for once. To become the parent that tells the child, just go sit down and rest, and look at yourself and give yourself what you need just for once. How does that feel? Just today. Just try that just for today. Do you need a nap? Do you need a nap today? Do you need to put yourself in time out today? Do you need to go get a manicure today? Do you need a pedicure? Do you need to splurge on Groupon and get you a massage? Just whatever you need. How about you give that to yourself? How about you schedule that in if you're not able to give that to yourself today? Do something kind for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Honor yourself. Love yourself. Right? First, you give those things to yourself, and then when you give those things to yourself, you then get to exude those things outwardly for the world to see, and then you attract that right back to you. Okay? The plate you dish out, or the plate you serve, is the plate you eat. So whatever you pour out into the universe is what you're going to get back. Okay, my love? So I hope this was helpful, guys. All right? Y'all know the deal. I enjoy these daily vibrational videos. I enjoy just sitting and chopping it up with you guys. I'm going to go rest my voice. But I do want to leave you guys with this information. If you're tuning in via YouTube, definitely check out the description box below that you can get all of the specials and all of the information you need. The new moon meditation will be on February 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can make your donation via PayPal or via Cash App. Okay, so if you want to PayPal me or email me, my PayPal and my email address, they are the same. Okay, it is the number 4, 4yourinnervoice@gmail.com. Once again, the number 4yourinnervoice@gmail.com. The same way the YouTube channel is spelled and the same way the podcast is spelled is my Gmail at you is what am I saying? The same way my podcast is spelled the number 4 your inner voice, in the same way my YouTube channel is spelled the number 4 your inner voice, attached at gmail.com to that, and that will be my PayPal as well as my email address. Okay, and you can also cash at me at $KIMOY106. Once again, $KIMOY106. Okay, be sure to include your email address so you can receive the private link for the live meditation. Okay, all right, my loves, I will see you guys in tomorrow's daily vibration. All of the bi-weeklies are up for all 12 zodiac signs via the YouTube channel. So you guys go ahead and make sure you check each and every one of them out. Also, take a look at your moon sign, because that's going to give you a lot of information of how you respond to things emotionally. Okay, all right, my love, it has been wonderful chatting it up with you guys today. Be kind to yourself, honor yourself, love yourself, drink plenty of water, take the rest that you need, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's vibration. And I hope each and every one of you had a wonderful Valentine's Day yesterday. Bye bye, my loves.